am Dr. Monali Vakharia from the Medical Affairs team at Sun Pharma, and I will be your host for today's webisode. Love Your Eyes is this year's theme for World Sight Day, and we have gathered here on this occasion to discuss about frequently asked questions or maybe your queries, some do's and don'ts for one of the causes of preventable blindness, that is age-related macular degeneration and diabetic retinopathy. And for this, we have a very renowned and expert panel with us, which is moderated by Dr. Rupak Kanti Biswas. Dr. Rupak Kanti Biswas is a well-known, eminent vitreoretinal surgeon from Eastern India. He has performed more than 5,000 complicated vitreoretinal surgeries. He is executive director and senior vitreoretinal surgeon from BBI Foundation, Kolkata, which is a very prestigious foundation. For further discussions, I would like to hand over to him and he will introduce our panelists and he will take the discussions forward. Over to you, sir.
Hi, good afternoon. So this is actually an awareness program from Sun Pharma, and as you know, this is a Speak Health program. So Speak stands for, this is Sun Pharma Education and Awareness Kaleidoscope. This is purely on health. So this is about what is called as Speak Health, and we'll be speaking on health, especially on the eye diseases. And as you know, that diabetes and the age-related degenerations are one of the major challenge in our. I would like to tell that I would like to consider India as a developed country now. So this is the problem of developed country as of the Western population. So we have four eminent, retinologists from different part of India: north, south, east, west. So we have a collection of different opinions from them. We have our panelist, Dr. Chaitra Jaydev, who is a senior vitreoretinal consultant at Narayan Nechala Eye Institute, Bangalore, and she has a reach of 13-year experience in the field of vitreoretinal surgeries and has many scientific publications to her credit. And she is here to give you all her inputs. We have Dr. Krishnamurthy, is also a highly skilled ophthalmologist, and I believe fourth generation ophthalmologist in Bangalore. He is from Prabha Eye Clinic. He holds an experience of more than 23 years in the medical field, and over the course of his career performed several complex vitreoretinal surgeries. We have Dr. Ramandeep Singh, is currently working as professor in the Advanced Eye Care Center in the Department of Ophthalmology in PGI MER, Chandigarh, which is known as PGI Chandigarh. He specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of eye diseases related to the diabetes, age-related macular degeneration, and intraocular infection. We have one of our eminent retinologists from Kerala, Dr. Mahesh G. is a senior consultant and head of the Department of Vitreoretina in Giridhar Eye Institute, Kochi. He's one of the finest ophthalmologists in the South India and has performed more than 8,000 complex vitreoretinal surgeries and more than 1,500 of laser procedures. He is known for offering excellent patient care. So this is about the brief introduction about the retinologists, the stalwarts of the different part of the country. Now, as you all know, we will just take up a few questions regarding this disease. So would like to straightaway go to our different panelists. Would like to the first question to Dr. Chaitra. Dr. Chaitra, can you just brief us about what is ARMD and how does it affect in our eyes?
Right. Thanks, Dr. Rupak. Now coming to AMD or ARMD, simply put, it is age-related macular degeneration. Now, what is the macula? It's the center of the retina, the most important part of our eye, which is very, very sensitive. We get our central vision, we get our reading vision from that part of the eye. We recognize faces also from that part of the eye, which is very, very important. As the term suggests, this is an age-related degeneration, which means it affects the elderly population and therefore compromises their daily activities. There are two types of AMD. There is dry AMD and wet AMD. Dry is more common. It is a non-exudative form of AMD. And then there is wet AMD. I'm sure we'll be discussing the different treatment modalities for each one of them in the subsequent questions. But important is that nearly 200 million of the population is affected with AMD already. And by 2040, at least 288 million are expected to be affected by this condition. So it's extremely important for us to screen and treat them at the earliest to prevent permanent vision loss.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Chetra. I think by meaning dry and wet, you mean to say that central part of the retina becomes dry in kind of a layman's term. So due to the aging, that is a dry AMD, and when there is some kind of a fluid collection or there is exudation, that is wet AMD. That's what you mean to say?
Yes, that's what I mean to say. But basically, what is the thing causing the vision loss is more important. In dry AMD, you don't see any fluid collection. You see something called as drusen. We see atrophy. So the most significant cause for visual acuity loss or vision loss in patients with dry AMD is something called as geographic atrophy, which occurs at the end stage. So you don't see exudation of fluid or blood or liquid collecting behind the retina. As against in wet or exudative AMD, we actually see fluid collecting in the layers of the retina. It could be within the retina or behind the retina. And therefore, the treatment for each one of them varies. So AMD treatment doesn't remain the same. Whether it's dry or wet, the treatment changes and the prognosis also changes.
True, very true. Thank you, Dr. Chetra. My next question to Dr. Ramandeep. So, sir, can you just mention to us that like who are the main population who can get affected, and who are the main risk factor? What are the main risk factor for this kind of disease to develop?
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Rupa, for this question. As it is there in the disease name, the age. So age is the main criteria here. So it's the disease of the age population. So we take it something more than 50 or 55. So as you age more, there are chances of getting this age-related macular degeneration. A person who is age 45, 54 have less chances. Person who is more than 75 will have more chances. So as our the lifespan in India is increasing, so the chances of ARMD are increasing. Over this, if you have been a smoker, a smoker and an age population, they both are kind of, your chances more actually. So this is smoking is the main risk factors apart from the age, and smoking age cannot be modified, but smoking can be modified. And the next factor, which is again not non-modifiable, is your genes, your genetics. So if your parents had this disease, your mother had this disease, there are chances that you will have a genetic predisposition. So again, you cannot change the genes. So age and genes you cannot change. If the smoking is the main modifiable factor, people have talked about diabetes, coronary artery disease, so many things along with it. But main, I think, is age, smoking, and genetics.
Very true. So as you have mentioned, so those who have a family history of age-related degeneration, like father and mother, they should have, they are having a more prone to develop. So do you suggest them for regular checkup so that it can be picked up early?
Absolutely, absolutely, sir. So clinical examination is the only way to pick up this disease early and try to modify with the treatment, because that is the only way we can pick it up. And we have to tell the children that what are the symptoms they will feel. So there are ways of monocular vision testing at home also, where they can test that they are getting this disease or not, and they can regularly also visit, but in between SOS they feel something, they can visit the doctor. Yes.
Very true. So continuation of your discussion, symptoms is what you have mentioned is one of the important part of it. So how patient experience. Dr. Krishna, would you like to tell us what will be the symptoms by which a patient can suspect that yes, I may have ARMD, and suppose a patient of age group of 65 or 70 and he or she develops like this kind of symptoms, then they can suspect at least and go to the retinologist. So what are they?
So age-related macular degeneration actually creeps in slowly. So many a times there may not be any dramatic symptoms to the patient to realize that he has AMD. And many times it starts in one eye first and then progresses to the other eye. So when there is symptoms which are developing in one eye, but the other eye is perfectly normal, they may not even notice any symptoms. So first thing is, like Dr. Ramandeep was saying, checking each eye separately is the first crucial thing to pick up these symptoms, if at all. The symptoms which they might see include one, a sudden drop in vision, central vision. That means you may not be able to see things. When you see a face, you may not see the face itself. Sometimes it may be more subtle in the form of distortions. Straight lines may appear curved or crooked. Window panes may appear broken or jagged. So these are commonly what they would feel when they see themselves in their surroundings. They notice this. A little more dramatic appearance would be when they're able to see everything around them, but in the central area they see a black shadow. So that's again a slightly more advanced form of the disease which might have escaped their notice earlier on, but they may pick it up later. So all symptoms that we talk of are visual symptoms. So there's no pain, there is no redness, watering, or any other thing which we may usually associate with illness. So everything is visual, and it's imperative to check each eye separately to pick up early symptoms, especially in the first eye.
Dr. Mahesh, are you here?
Yeah.
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 Dr. Mahesh, welcome here. And can you just brief us about, what are the lifestyle changes? Can, like Dr. Ramandeep was mentioning, is smoking habit or any food habit would you like to incorporate into it, or any special instruction to those patients, those who are having ARMD?
Actually, there are not many conclusive evidences based on the prevention of ARMD. But the different studies like age-related eye disease studies show that antioxidant vitamins do help in this sort of condition. Especially if one eye is affected, you can ask the patient to take antioxidant vitamins for at least delaying of symptoms in the other eye. That is one. Then, like he was telling, smoking is one of the problem is the person might have smoked for 30-40 years, and then now in 70s and 80s, if you ask them to stop the smoking, in the young age itself, it is better to quit smoking so that your eyes are saved from age-related eye disease.
That's a good suggestion.
Yeah. So many patients will say, I have smoked for 40 years. Now I have stopped. So it is not going to work that way. Then many of our food habits, like junk foods and all, maybe adding to the lack of antioxidants in like green leafy vegetables, fish, and all these things can help supply of antioxidants rather than taking tablets. And these are some of the things that, and the ultraviolet rays supposed to increase the incidence of age-related eye disease studies.
Suppose if I having an ARMD, and can I get blind out of ARMD, Dr. Chitra?
Yes, it's not like there's going to be global blindness, but there can be some loss of central vision, as we've been discussing so far. I think the first fear that any patient comes to you and you say it's a degenerative condition, it's an age-related condition, it's a non-reversible or an irreversible condition, their first question or their first fear is, doctor, am I going to go blind? First and foremost, a lot of patients have asymmetrical disease. So even if they've lost vision in the one eye, some amount of central vision could still be there in the other eye. And if they have severe involvement, severe geographic atrophy in both eyes, they still have adequate peripheral vision for them to handle their day-to-day activities. It's not like they need somebody to hold their hand and walk them around. Most of them, I would say, will still continue to be able to do their day-to-day activities independently. If somebody is a voracious reader, they will be very distressed because they may not be able to read. Even for them, there are low visual aids which can help them in getting magnified view of probably a newspaper, because now you have handheld devices which can magnify. They can subscribe to an e-paper. They can still continue to read their newspaper and their headlines and not be distressed. I think that is something that we have to tell them. not to make them lax in their, follow-up, but to at least encourage them that, you're not going to go completely blind, at least the majority of the patients. And one point that I wanted to add to all this discussion is that a lot of patients with dry AMD do have the risk to develop wet AMD and central vision worsening. I think that is something to emphasize on them for their regular follow-up and for their home monitoring. Giving them an Amsler's chart and asking them to keep a constant check and to come the minute they develop a central scotoma or central loss of vision or distorted lines, as Dr. Krishna was speaking about, is very, very important.
What if suppose if I have developed ARMD, then what is the treatment available as of now? So, and is it available in India?
So, Dr. Biswas, the first, once you make a diagnosis of ARMD, as Dr. Chatra has said, we have say that it's a dry ARMD or a wet ARMD. So, a dry ARMD will have a different management, and wet ARMD will have different management. Treatment for both are available in India. If you have a dry ARMD, you have to stage it between early, intermediate, and advanced. And it has been shown that if you treat them with some antioxidants or a mineral vitamin formula apart from their normal diet, and they tend to there's less chances of increase in their dry ARMD. So that is the treatment for dry ARMD: antioxidant, vitamin formula, and the monocular vision testing. And once they develop this wet form of ARMD, and this is the wet form of AMD, which is more dangerous because it will cause more visual loss in these patients. Dry ARMD does not cause much visual loss, but the wet form causes lots of visual loss. So dry form, you have these anti-VEGF injections. We started giving these injections as back as 2006. So if you give these injections in a proper prescribed manner, which are available in a monthly dosing or a 3-monthly dosing, and we are by and large, we are able to maintain their good vision. But some patients, if treated on time, we can improve their vision also. But the treatment is, as I've already said, the treatment is available for these patients.
How would I differentiate whether I'm developing cataract or I'm developing, ARMD? Both of them are, can go in the aged patient. So, Dr. Krishna.
Yeah, correct. So it is actually difficult to detect for a layman which could be which, because both of them will end up with a gradual drop in vision. But in cataract, what you would notice is that it will be a gradual drop in vision without distortions. You will be seeing as though you're seeing through smoke or steam or a dirty glass, but not really any distortions. You won't find areas in the visual field where you're not seeing at all, or you won't see breaks in straight lines or curved straight lines appearing curved. So those distortions are not a feature of a cataract per se. They are more a feature of the retinal problem. Whereas a gradual diminution of vision, as though you're seeing through a smoke screen, is what you would expect to see in cataract. So distortions and the areas within your field where you don't see at all, those patches of non-vision are definitely not parts of cataract and have to be, it should raise the alarm that you might have a retinal problem, most likely age-related macular degeneration at that age.
Can I get completely rid of, if I give injection and then can I completely get rid of? Or sometimes I have come across, like if my mother is having ARMD, and can I start eating carrots from now itself, and that can give me, prevention? So what is your opinion for that?
Okay, first thing, you can't cure ARMD. It is like asking, can I cure my gray hairs? So you can't cure. So the early, if you detect ARMD, especially wet ARMD, you can prevent significant visual loss in a good number of patients. Some patients may ask after injection, will I get, do you have guarantee that I get vision? So this is not like that. But if you detect the problem early, you can prevent the worsening of central vision loss in a very good number of patients. So this also, if the patient already is affected in one eye, he may come for the other eye very fast because he is educated. The problem is when the both one eye is okay, the other eye he may not detect it. That is the importance of checking monocular vision, single eye vision. So you can't cure, but to some extent you can control and delay the progression of the disease. And many of our patients maintain reading vision with these injections and regular checkup for a very, very long time. So we have started injection nearly 16 years, 17 years back. So they are maintaining. So it is not a hopeless disease. That is one. Then, like you have asked, if there is a family history, there is another problem in that also. Our previous generation, was it age-related disease or some other disease? We don't know, because all these scans and treatment have come only in the last 15 years. So if you have, your father is having a or mother is having a age-related degeneration, now if you start like quitting this smoking and having good lifestyle, with you can delay. That is, even though there is no long-term studies like that, it will definitely help your health, not only for eye, generally also.
Very true. So as I can see some hope about the age-related degeneration. Like, yes, it is not a blinding disease. If you can detect them early, you can treat them and maintain some reasonable good amount of the vision, so that you can carry with your rest of the life with a reasonable performance. I think, and always our retinologists are there to help you out. And so if you get any point of time any doubt, or especially those who are having the risk good factor, especially those who are having family history of smoking associated with other cardiac diseases like history of stroke or ischemic heart disease. So these are the patient after the age group of 60, 65, after retirement. You can enjoy the life, but at the same time, to enjoy the life, you can have a good vision so that you can enjoy the world.